Oh, you want me to get you started?
I can do it, but we need. I'm thinking we should do a little intro for this thing.
Ah, we can figure out the intro later. We just got to get the motivation for the stories.
I'm scared we'll forget the intro. We'll just go straight into gaming because that's what we do.
What?
We're like
What? We do things proper.
we're like bored of talking. Let's just play a game now. We want to do something. I don't know. Who cares? Pew pew.
Okay, let's do the intro. What do you want to say? Just
This is
hey,
this is the
we're
intro
trying out
for
a.
me. I already recorded it.
Oh,
Us
great.
deciding on an intro.
Oh, perfect.
This is our
Play a little music
talking
behind
thing.
that, and we're good.
Where's the Sesame Street theme?
Don't you tell me? I'm still a big fan on Family Matters, the theme song.
Family Matters. I've not seen that one.
Oh, it's an old '80s sitcom.
I don't think that even played it, and if it did, I didn't
Uh,
even know. We have
you know
Family
Urkel?
Ties. Yeah,
That's Family Matters.
I must have seen it and don't even know.
Yeah, I was like, is that me? Or was that me? Or is that my fault? You know, that kind of thing.
Sounds
Yeah.
like Tree Trunks to me.
Oh.
Just the
My
male
trees,
version.
the trees don't talk over here.
Tree Trunks!
Australians are weird.
Adventure Time, you whore.
Veggie times aren't whores.
You're a whore.
Thank you. Your mama not complaining yet.
Oh!
Tell her I got the change she needs.
Your mum already got the change she needs.
Haha, she's still upset.
It was, it was too low.
She's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That was not $15
That's
worth.
right. I had a friend who moved here from America complaining that we don't have pennies, so she couldn't something about them.
We don't need pennies. Pennies cost us more money to produce than their actual value in our economy.
We got rid of our
Getting
pennies
rid of
in
the
the
penny
80s.
would be the smartest thing we could do right now. Like, I don't think even Canada has pennies right now.
We start at 5 cents and go up.
Yes, that's what Canada did.
5 cent increments.
Like, they just automatically increase everything to the highest 5 cent.
So they copied us.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, it obviously works because they're saving money not mass producing worthless pieces of tin.
I mean, I figure we were the first to do it in the world, so that's good enough for
Oh,
me.
sure. I mean, you're on an island. I'm sure everything's the first for you in the world.
Yeah, we just.
Look, we discovered the light bulb. First in the
Whoa!
world. First in the world.
I just set fire inside this container.
Look into our sun. First in the world. First in the world.
It's like it's day all the time.
Our money's got a queen on it, but we're not royalty. First in the world. First in the world.
Best in the world.
That should have been on the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Oh, perfect. All right. Did you ever get your camera in?
Yes and no.
What? How do you get a yes and a no? You either have it or you don't have it.
Yes. I picked
Did
it up.
someone give you half a camera?
They could, might as well be. I went and picked it up after it came
Yeah.
back from repairs. Both issues were still there.
Now your issue is that motor, like it makes a weird sound.
When you record, it records a zzz when you zoom, which is dumb because it shouldn't do that.
So also it's like really loud and it's coming up on the audio.
Mm.
Well, I could see that being the problem. At first I thought you were just being a whiny little baby. Like it makes noises when you do. Like it's supposed to. It's a camera. Ungrateful little whelp.
Uppercut.
Hooligan.
Here comes a new challenger.
Okay, so what's your problem? What's the problem?
Oh, that's still there. Came back the
Okay, so
same. Well, what was my other
Alright.
issue in that? I had motion
Was it like
camera.
is it
Holy
battery
crap.
or something?
Oh yeah, it wouldn't charge. Yeah,
My
wouldn't
goodness, my
charge.
memory's the best.
However, not only did it come back with these two issues, it came back with a third. So I got more for it was brilliant. And I only found it out by fluke while I was testing it. If I aim at a table on an angle and take a photo with the flash,
Yeah.
big black, just black in the corner of the picture for no reason.
So like it records black?
It's a photo.
Right. So I mean, it thinks is the photo is it like a digital problem like a black bar, or is it actually think it's seeing something black?
Yeah, like
I guess
pretend
is what I'm
you
asking.
put your finger on like the corner of the lens and took a photo. It's
Okay.
like that, like something's blocking it, obstructing.
Huh.
And
That's a new problem, all right?
yep, I've never seen the camera do that ever. The other ones, yeah, not that. I didn't think that was possible.
Why not? Why would it not be possible?
It only does it with a flash. I can't even think what would even cause that.
It's got to be some kind of software issue, like
So,
in a bad exposure or
it only does it if you're close to something. So it's like the macro function is breaking.
yeah. Huh. All right, so you discovered this problem totally by mistake.
Mm.
Just want to point out, ladies, that Khan has to use a zoom when he's taking pictures of certain things. You're such a child.
I'm not your friend anymore.
Good. I'm winning.
So I took it back the very next day, and the guy just looked at me and was like, "Crap."
Like he knows your face.
He knows it, all right. Handed it back to him. Still broken. Extra. Please send off. Guy's like, done. That was last Thursday or Wednesday. Got a phone call today. Today being Monday. Would you like us to sand off your camera for repairs or swap it over for a new one and have a discount on extra warranty?
What?
Like,
But you told them you wanted it fixed, and then
mm.
they call you and they tell you, "Do you?"
Yep. I said, no, it's still under the first year warranty. I'm not paying you extra. Send it off.
Do you ever just go to the register like, "Did you want to check out, or did you just want to maybe stand?
Would you like change with that receipt I'm giving you?
Did you want all your $3 back?"
Oh, you wanted the item. I just thought you wanted to pay for it and leave.
So you take it there for the fourth time, right?
Ugh.
And then say fix it, and then they ask you over the phone the next day if you want to fix it.
I'm just waiting for what new special thing they're going to give me when I go in 2 months from now to pick it up.
Oh my gosh.
So
All right, well,
frustrating.
You think that's bad? All right. I got a story. Now, you know how we got Walmarts here in America, right? All right. So a coworker decides that he wants to go to Walmart to get an oil change, okay? Because they have, I don't know if they have any Walmarts in Australia, or if you guys have something like in a comparison or not, but
I think
we have
block them from coming into the country. I'm not sure.
that probably increase national intelligence a little. Not a lot, but a little. But we have a Tire Lubin Express, and what they do, they'll change oil, batteries, tires, just general maintenance. People are often too lazy or dumb to do themselves. No offense to the coworker, by the way, he was just being lazy. Well, anyway, he goes there, and he's coming in with his Impala. It's an import car, so they're very expensive. He goes in, and he tells them that he has the oil in the back seat. That's the oil he wants them to change it with, because I guess it's a better brand or something, higher grade than what they sell. So he's like, okay, signs the paperwork. He's like, well, while they're doing that, I'll go walk around the store. He gets paged 10 minutes later to come back to TLC. Or TLC. No, TLE. TLE is what I'm
He
thinking.
has no idea.
And one's a channel, one's a place.
There's a T good enough.
Anyway. So he goes back there, and they're like, did you want us to use the oil that you have in the back seat? And he's like, yeah, I do. He's like, okay, that's all we needed. So he's like, oh, all right. So then he leaves, and a half hour passes. And he's like, man, they got to be getting done with my car soon. So he goes back to the shop, and they have these big windows that you can look out and see the garage. So you can actually watch the workers. And he sees this car inside the garage, and then dug out under his car, or I guess it's just a hole in the ground, I guess you can call it. And you take these steps down, and that way they can work on the car from underneath without having to use hydraulics to lift it up.
That's professional to a new level.
When they're like, why lift it if you can dig?
Ugh.
And plus, I think it's more of a morale thing. They're like, so the managers can come by later and just look down on their people. And they're like, look how beneath you.
And they don't need to throw out
Oh,
the
yeah.
oil either. It'll just, seep into the ground.
It'd be a cesspool. Well, the whole thing's concreted, so
Oh.
it's to a degree professional.
Alright, that's a level higher than I expected.
But they had like, there's OSHA. Apparently, they got these
It's
rules.
a dirt ditch. It's good for
So-
oil and a latrine.
Here's the best part, though. He's at the window, and he sees one of the maintenance crews with a chisel in one hand and a hammer in the other hand, and he walks around and he starts going down underneath his car. He says he puts his hands up to the glass and screams, "No! You don't need a chisel and hammer to change oil." What had happened is that instead of turning the bolt left to loosen it right,
Hmm?
they turned it right and stripped it out.
Oh, what?
So then it's not fitting in there anymore. And so they wedge it out and the oil all comes out. And they're like, oh, all right, we did have our job. Then what they did now is that now they got this hole in the oil pan. So they put it back in the best they can, and using the chisel, they reshape it. They reshape the bolt a little and use the hammer to force it back in like it's a nail.
How
And then-
smart do you need to be?
They took grease. They took grease and they put it around it. So it looked like, like to keep the oil from going out. And he sees this whole thing and he calls the manager over and goes, look, they totally destroyed that pan. Like the whole thing. And the manager, the co-manager comes over and he's like, well, it was leaking oil before. That's why you had to get an oil change. They're like, it wasn't leaking oil. I just wanted an oil change and now it's leaking oil. You guys destroyed the pan. It's like, I don't know. I mean, why would you come to get an oil change if it wasn't leaking oil or anything? It's like, how do you know it was us? How do you even know that was us? How do you know? How do I know you didn't do that before? It's like, look at the footage. Look at the footage.
Confused. Get out of my store.
Well, eventually Walmart paid for it. It took like 2 months to do, and it cost almost $350 to replace that pan,
Oh.
which that's outrageous already, but it's an import car, so you gotta get a special pan. And then you gotta take so much of it apart just to get access to the pan. So, I mean, you got all those fees. I was driving him to work that whole time because his car would take a quart of oil every day just to get to work. It was hilarious. And I'm like, it's your own fault. You deserved it for going there.
Do not go to Walmart for your car stuff.
No, absolutely not.
That's our warning for everybody.
And if that's not a good enough warning, here's the second story. I have a friend who named Anonymous. And what happened is that his wife works for Walmart, and he was going to get a discount on tires. So he wanted to purchase 4 new tires for his car.
Works.
Absolutely. Like, he'll save that 10%. So he's like, how hard is it to put good tires on a car? You just take the bad tires off, and
Done.
new tire on. Done.
Get out.
So they pick the tires. They wait like an hour for them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He pays for it. He gets in his car. He starts going down the road. He's like, I got about 4 miles down the road when all of a sudden I hear this pop. And then the car shakes real bad, and then now it's wobbling. The tire that they put on the back They overinflated it, like really bad. You have to seriously try to overinflate a tire to the point it would burst.
That's frightening.
That's what they did. And then on top of that, they didn't put the tire on the wheel properly. So that's another good reason. So the whole thing bursted. And so like now I have to drive the car back.
Bursted.
With bursted on 3 wheels. And then it's a big fadoo. They investigated, like they got 4 people all looking around at it like, I just don't know how that happened.
That's
like
mystery.
Man, who did this? Who was the guy?
Are you sure you didn't inflate it yourself? Huh?
Really? All they are cashiers in grease suits. They're only in TLE because they get like 40 cents more to the hour, so it's appealing to them to get that extra money, but they really have no training, they have no past experience, and no idea what they're doing.
I mean, I can understand overinflating because, all tires are different, but how stupid do you have to be to not put it on properly?
Even then, it says, at least in America, it's got to be the same there, all the tires list their pressure on the site. It's printed on the tire. You can't buy a tire that does not say what its pressure should be. And then they have an entire garage of tools that tell them what the pressure is to a tire. And the guy that was supposed to be paying attention just wouldn't let go of the nozzle, and this is going and going, and then you can't figure out, how do I deflate this? Screw it. In a couple of months it'll deflate itself.
That's right.
It's not on there right anyway.
They won't notice. It'll just be more firm. I'm doing them a favor.
A favor.
It's a favor.
Absolutely.
For free.
You won't believe the things I have to do for you.
Man, come to Walmart. We fix your tire good.
I never I shared this story before, but before I left the store, or no, I'm sorry, it was after I left the store, a few months after, in fact. The entire, I was going to say, 90% of the TLE team got fired. Like, not laid off. Didn't quit. They were just fired. And the reason being, and this woman came in to get an oil change, and she had left her prescription pills in the car.
Tell me someone ate them.
Oh, when she got back, she noticed her pills were gone. And so she goes to a manager like, hey, my pills are missing. And they're like, oh, no, that's impossible. Our people
sure they were there?
Steal? We're the happy face of blue vest people.
Yeah.
We don't do nothing wrong.
We keep our employees happy.
They were happy that day. Well, they get to looking at the security footage. One of the techs who was sweeping out her car finds the pills, opens the pill bottle, passes the pills out to the 9 other techs, and they catch it on film. So management's like, well, hey guys, you know what happened to these pills? I'm like, oh no man, I don't know what happened. And then they show them the footage, and it's like, oh, am I fired? So what had happened is that she had painkillers, I guess. And so once they found them, they opened them up and they started, handing them out to each other. Like, oh man, you know what these are worth, that kind of stuff, or just taking them because half of them are drug addicts anyway. And so they just fired everybody right there and then on the spot.
Unreal.
And they had to start all fresh.
Well, at least the work level and experience will be the same.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll hire in the next best possible candidate.
You ever worked on a car? Nope. You're hired.
Like, you'll learn.
Go for it.
You'll learn. We got Post-it stamps everywhere that tell you what to do. I got an even better story. You want to hear about this one? At Walmart, we sell bicycles, right?
Yep.
Well, we have what's called an assembler. It's an associate hired whose only job is to put together grills or furniture or bicycles in this case, either for display or for customers.
Yep.
Well, our last assembler recently quit. And that's a whole nother great story in itself. And that'll be for later, kiddies. So we got a new assembler named, we'll call him Alfred.
Hello, Alfred.
And Alfred was the wonder snail. He could not move. at a speed to save his life or a child in his arms from the slowest moving lava in the entire. He would burn up. He would just. It would overcome him like a sandstorm.
Poor guy. He overexerted himself.
Well, the bike rack is super empty. That's where we keep all the bicycles on display.
Yes.
So they decide we got to get the guys in TLE to assemble some bikes for us. Now, you got to think, these are guys who don't care about their job. They don't care about what they're doing. Clearly, it shows in their work. Well, they throw a bunch of bikes at them and like, put these together. They were putting them on with the handles backwards. Some of the brakes did not work. Like, you'd pull the handle or the triggers for the brakes, and the pads don't touch the wheels. So some kids could be going like 10 miles an hour downhill, like, woo, I better slow down. Ah!
They probably deserve it if they haven't tested the brakes yet.
They do. It's a life lesson. But here's the best part. So a customer buys a bicycle for his son and gives it to him that day. They come back 3 hours later, and the son has bloody scabs all over his face.
Wow.
The father tells him that his son was riding the bike in their driveway when the son proceeds to make a turn. You know, as all kids do, they'll pull on the handlebars. Is how they keep their balance. The handlebars come completely off.
What?
So now the bike has nowhere to go but straight down. And with there being no balance, the kid went face first into the gravel driveway and scraped across for a couple of feet. So needless to say, the dad was irate.
He should
was
be.
furious, and he was like gonna sue and everything. So the store manager had to go up. I don't know the end of the story. They don't talk about it. I think they gave him hush money, you know. But after that incident happened, they call me to the bike rack because surely I can fix anything. Like, I never put a bike together in my life, and these bikes don't even come with instructions on how to put them together. And they call me over and tell me fix the bikes.
Sure.
And I'm looking at them, I'm like, and that's when I started noticing that the handles are on backwards. The brake pads don't touch the wheels. Some, like one bike was even missing the pedal for your feet. Like you had only a left pedal. And I'm like, how did these get out of TLE in the first place? Who oversaw this? Don't go and buy your bikes at Walmart either, might I say.
Just stay away from Walmart altogether, I'm thinking.
Just in general. It's sad, really, and it just doesn't improve. I've been into that store a couple weeks ago, and the difference that you see in quality, because when I worked there, I'm not saying it was a great place to work, and I'm not saying I was the king of my castle there or anything.
Not at
But
all.
I know when I've been away for about 2 years now, and I come back, I can see how much more it has degraded. Like how much dirtier it is, how much messier, the aisles are. Stuff that didn't happen when I was working there because I was taking care of my areas and stuff like that. And now it's just like nobody cares. It's going downhill. We all know it's going downhill, and we just can't seem to find a time to really make a difference. So,
They're at their true level now, I guess.
it's starting to actually match the soul.
Walmart has no soul.
Yep. They're like, the outside is beginning to look as gross as the inside. So that's all the stories I'm going to share today. I'm going to save the rest for good times.
Well, I actually have another story from today.
Ooh, I like to hear it.
Yeah, it actually ties in with me not having a camera. I'm very sad about this.
Oh, I bet you saw some... Wait, hang on.
No.
You were on a subway.
What?
You saw a beautiful schoolgirl, but you can only get the back of her head. So you were like, if I had a camera, I'd so take a picture of the back of her head.
Hey,
Am I right?
Yes, her head. Exactly.
Yeah. Like, ooh, the camera landed on the floor.
Oh
Oop,
no.
it's it underneath you. Oops, it's on a timer.
Click, click. A fast timer.
And then you pull the string real fast and get
Huh?
it back, and you run off.
Well,
Ah, no. Your
no,
story. Your story.
I am not that seedy. I have a seedy limit.
What?
Shut up.
What's what is
Yeah.
your story? What is
So
this?
I didn't have a camera to take a photo of what was happening, or even record what was happening, because all I had my default was my iPhone, which, you know, to be fair, doesn't even compare, and so there's no point.
Not too professional.
No, no. So I was sitting there last night. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was editing some shit clips, as I was prone to do, and I heard this background noise. It's like, what is that background noise? It's like this kind of a beeping, but faint, because, you know, headphones.
Yeah.
And it was, I think, like 4 in the morning. So I thought,
Good time for things to start beeping.
I mean, at first I thought maybe it's the alarm from next door, because it sometimes goes off, since I had a couple break-ins. And
Oh.
well, this is a while back. That's why they got the alarm. And the alarm has a tendency to just go off on its own.
Okay.
Usually it happens in the early afternoon. It's been a while, but I mean, when it happens, it's usually been around there. Kind of like my car alarm, which I completely disabled a while back. The stupid thing would go off for no reason. I removed the power from the battery one day.
The battery.
I was that angry. I was like, no, no power to you. You know how you can, hard disable it with that little special key thing? There's a key thing.
Uh-huh.
You switch
Yeah.
it, turns it off. Shouldn't even be activated. No, BS, what the went downstairs, opened up, couldn't find, the wrench so I just grabbed 2 hands, destroyed that cable. Never again.
So that's how you found the beeping sound?
No, that was a different story. I just
Oh, yes,
went
okay.
off on a tangent. It was the demon alarm. I want to tell you, after that, it went off again.
Oh, really? The car alarm did?
Yeah, I don't know what's... demon.
It's possessed.
Yeah, so I went outside, 4 in the morning, had a look around, I'm thinking, that's a strange smell. Why is it a little smoky? And no, that's fire.
Oh.
Yeah. And I look next door, and next door is their alarm is going off. They don't have a house alarm; they have a smoke alarm. So I'm thinking, crap, their house must be on fire somewhere. So I grab my torch and I'm looking. I'm seeing no light, but I'm seeing a shitload of smoke, and I'm thinking that can't be right. There should be fire. And I heard them run outside, and they're running around the house, but they're not yelling or anything. They're kind of looking, and then the running sort of stops. So they're not on fire.
Well, maybe they are on fire and they died.
They died.
Like they stopped running because they're dead.
Oh, well, back to bed. It's not my house. No, so I'm looking around, and I look out my driveway, and all I see is just thick. So it's worse over there, away from the house. So I walk outside, looking around, no fire anywhere. But I mean, it's like Silent Hill. It's that thick. You could hardly see anything.
Huh.
But there's no lights or anything. I can't see any fire anywhere. I can hear a faint, what I thought was a, fire engine alarm, but it was kind of, on and off kind of thing. It wasn't continuous. So I had no idea what to do. I figured it's an alarm someone knows.
My hero.
I'll go back upstairs. What I wanted to do was drive off and find it, but I mean, first off, that was dangerous because it was so thick. And
That's what she said.
I got nothing to record it with. No, so apart from that,
So, moral of the story.
I have no idea what happened. I'm waiting for the news in a couple hours, hoping that, they're not shit enough and don't ignore it because they all slept in. Like, oh yeah, there was a fire. We found the house. It's gone. But that was way too much smoke to be one house. I saw a few of the neighbors'
maybe,
lights turn on, and they're like looking out the window, realize
Right.
nothing's on fire in the area, the lights go back off.
Stupid kids.
That's how it works here. But yeah,
Well, that is definitely interesting. I'm
was a
glad
little
that
scary.
nobody caught on fire. I personally have a paranoia about house fires. I've never been in one, but I know how dangerous they are. And my paranoia is that I could get out safe, and Catherine could get out safe. But what about my dogs?
they'd probably run out with you.
No, like they're in a different part of the house. So let's say if I can get out my window because I can't get out the door, right? What happens to my dog?
Every man for himself, kick, smash, run.
Push
That-
Catherine down.
That's so you.
Just because I'm cowardly in real life doesn't mean I'm cowardly in situations.
Help me, Jed. Shut up, woman.
You can help by shutting up. But no, I'd hate the idea of being able to get out and hearing my dogs dying.
Yeah, you'd probably carry them out.
I don't know what I would do.
I mean, that's
If,
why.
like if I can't reach them, that's harder to figure out the game plan.
Nah, you'd grab them. I mean, that's why Catherine's still
You
yelling.
act like they're like in my closet. Save the dogs.
Save
No,
'em.
save the PC, but then save the dogs.
I've got no arms left for anything else. Just as PC.
Sorry, honey.
Porn's important.
I need my Steam.
Fat, fat, fat.
Sanctum.
I checked the local news website just to see if they'd done an update. Silly me, professionals.
They're waiting for their cameras to come back.
No, all I saw was an article about a woman saying another woman raped her. And it's like, it's not
Wow.
what- I don't want that news. I want the fire. Where is it?
How's that happen? Do you just have a lady friend over, like, hey, you want to watch some Twilight later? Like, sure. Okay, I just gotta go to the bathroom. And then she comes on with, something strapped around her, like, it's go time.
It's go time.
What? No. Ah. That's how it works for me.
If you were a rapist.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what's up?
You would need that strap on too, from what I've heard.
Take it back.
Mr. Non-Performance!
I was tired, I said.
So I'm editing video.
Yeah,
Robocraft.
like a boss.
Like a boss.
Hey, that had an update, by the way.
When?
Well, I started Steam up today, and it had an update.
Oh wow, I'll have to check that out. That's a fun
So-
game.
Yes, it's neat. I'm
I
not sure good I am at it yet.
No, well, I've really souped up my vehicle.
What? All you made was a wall, and it's got 5 wheels. So this
Now
this cliff comes at a person with guns sticking out of it.
I'm a giant rectangle now with guns on it. So
How original!
I'm doing
Right.
good. Doing good.
I think that's probably the only thing I don't like about it.
that I'm doing
Is
good.
that, well, no, is that the crafting idea is cool, but the mechanics of the game are pretty much set up to where everyone has to have the same kind of craft to actually be. Like, if you wanted an armored tank, there's only one type of craft you can make, the rectangle.
Well, I mean that's
Really have the fun stuff.
what I thought at first as well. But I mean, the more I've played, the more strange things I've come across. Like I mean, you've seen like the flying type vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw one guy. It was awesome. He was basically a round sphere. Everything around him was just shields.
Huh.
And there were guns sticking out from the bottom and the top. But it was just this shield, this blue orb of awesome. And he just went boom, flew off. It's like, whoa. That's so cool.
Huh. Well, perhaps when I get up to the higher levels, then I'll see some of that too.
probably should explain. Robocraft
Yeah.
versus game. You build your vehicle out of blocks. That's so it's like
Minecraft with combat, I guess.
Yeah.
Vehicle combat.
and you get skill points. You put stuff on. It's free. Go to
Currently.
Steam, download it, play it. Fun game.
Is it free because it's in beta, or is that going to be something like you buy later?
No, they've got a online
Is it like
store type
DLC
thing.
kind of based?
Think of Warframe, similar, except in gameplay, but installed.
Oh,
So you can buy, extra parts to fast level, or you don't have the experience points or token points, I should say, to get this or that. So it's like, screw it, $20, I'll buy everything now instead of take forever.
right.
But
Wow.
it's a fun game.
Yes. It works very well with teams. If you want a game that's team based, I would recommend playing it with people
Mm.
and communicate with, because that's when it really shines, when you can communicate strategies.
It's non-stop. It's lots of fun.
Stop not, it is.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Confuse my brain with random words in
I
wrong
talk
orders.
Yoda.
I don't want you talking Yoda. Oh, I went into our local, they're jeweler stores, but they have a few other extra things, and they're stocking the Disney memorabilia type figurine statue things.
Oh yeah, the ones that you were showing me.
Yes, and I went and I noticed they had a Little Mermaid statue which looked great, and I really wanted it because I'm a fan of Little Mermaid. Screw haters, fuck you.
Haters gonna hate.
That's right, I grew up with that shit in the 80s.
They're just like, what's this 50-year-old man doing buying a Little
50.
Mermaid? What? We all know, Con.
No, I'm 50 suddenly.
No.
My hair just all fell out. Fuck. I mean, I've only got 2 Little Mermaid statue type things, which I've put on the blog. But this new one looks great. And I had it on lay-by type thing. You call them layaway or something? I don't know.
Yeah, layaway.
Neither word
Is that like
makes
where you
sense
put
to
it
me.
in? I don't understand where layaway, the idea of it is either, but whatever. I don't.
Yeah. So I had it in there, and I was gonna go back in and pay it off every few weeks or so because money's not the best right now, and I didn't get a call for like a couple months because they said they'd call me in case I forgot because brain. And so when I went in,
So for 2 months, didn't even occur.
I just thought, yay, I get to go longer without paying because I can't afford it at the moment.
Like,
So
I must have made a payment pretty soon because I don't remember not making.
So I went in and I said, I'd like to put a deposit on the thing, payment stuff, and they're like, sure, let me find it. And there was no purchase next to my name on their computer. I'm thinking, oh well, you must have looked up the wrong name. It's totally there. And they look, nope. I'm thinking, okay. And then the manager comes past. I mean, I assumed she was the manager. And she remembered me from last time because we had a good old chat about all the collecting stuff. And she goes, oh, Little Mermaid statue. I'm like, yeah, I want to put money on it. She goes, oh, we took it off your name. And I said, that's cool. How come? And she said, well, you hadn't been in, so we gave you a call with the number you lent us. We called up. And the person answers, and I said, can I speak to Con? And the guy's like, there's no Con here. He goes, oh, well, we got this number, and, it's regarding a Little Mermaid statue that's on lay-by. And the guy's like, Little Mermaid? Do I sound like a little girl to you? So, okay, that's what? And so the only option was to take it off because they couldn't get in contact with me. So
So you gave them a bad number?
no, They just wrote it
No?
wrong. I said,
Oh,
what
they
was the
just.
number? And they're like, well, 115, 211. It's like, no, that's 11. There's no 2. Ah, our mistake. Must have pressed
Uh,
it wrong. So I put it back in, 111111, and the and yeah, so I just paid it outright just so it wouldn't happen again. So I just have to wait a couple weeks for it to come in. No
oh,
big
I was gonna
deal.
say you paid for it, but you don't have it yet.
Yeah, I figured it's gonna come in anyway. I might as well not have it, disappear a third time and a second time, and be told, we can't get them in anymore because Disney only make it for a certain period of time because they're stupid. Just like their
It
Blu-rays.
just it goes back into quote unquote the vault.
Yep, the vault.
Show me the vault. What's in the vault?
We don't want to make money selling stuff.
People don't need things you hear around.
If they wanted it, they would have bought it by now. Duh.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Table.
That's when you just start smacking heads.
Gangster style.
Open palm.
Pop, pop.
Pew 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 pew.
That's our stories for today.
Yes, I think we did well.
We're going to play a game now. Something random.
Well, I just restarted my computer
How are you still talking?
because, Con, I am beyond you.
No, I don't want this black sorcery. Stop it.
I am beyond you.
Infect my
So-
computer with your
So
voodoo.
much you don't know. I'm just waiting for you to take a nap so I can take a crap in your mouth.
Stop it. Why are you going to bully me? You'd be the worst roommate. This is why I don't live with you. I couldn't do it. So, going to end it there.
Alright, let's do that.
If you like our random...
What?
Calm down on my language. Like our random talkings. Just, yeah.
We did talk randomly.
Mm.
It went around.
If you
Went
want us...
around town.
If you like listening to us talk randomly, just say so, and we can do more. If you want a topic, we can do that too.
Don't say anything.
Yes, give us your topics.
Promises, promises.
If we know nothing about said topic, we just make stuff up.
You won't know because we're convincing.
So this is either going to be the first of many or the only. So you can see it as a
You know,
collector's
my
item.
stomach hurts.
I don't
think
care.
I got gonorrhea. Hang on, there's a test for this. Where's that toothpick at? If I could just... Oh, yep, it's gonorrhea.
It's
It's everywhere!
it's like your version of the pregnancy test. Stick it in and wait for it to change color.
Like, oh dear. It's swelling
Explode.
all over my face. Oh, and it tastes terrible.
Speaking of sticking stuff up, I'm going to add this in real quickly. There's this Japanese... it's not a game show. It's more of a comedy random show. I keep forgetting the name, but it's been running for like decades. It's awesome. I love it. That's why I don't remember the name. And,
That's correct.
and they had two teams dressed up as sumo... No, not sumo wrestlers, but they had like a really kind of weird loincloth type thing that they have. And their little challenge was you get two guys from each team, bend them over, and with a compressed air can thing, put a little nozzle on the front on it, and stick it up there behind and inflate them with air. Take it out and then have them arm wrestle. The first one to fart loses. And then
What?
and then their specific, I think it was their team that are dressed up as teachers, or get a massive power like paddle on their asses as a bad thing because of the guy farting.
And this is what you like to watch, huh?
It was pretty funny. And then I read the comments on YouTube, and one person was like, "I'm proud to be American." And then I thought, okay,
Thanks for adding nothing.
pretty
the
much.
topic.
And I'm thinking, okay, your TV has
Oh,
brought out Jersey Shore and Kardashians. What exactly are you proud about?
Oh god.
Across the face.
You just girl. You should just not make an embarrassment
Don't do that.
of yourself.
Mm-mm.
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 Oh, I know you did not just imply that we are all proud.
And oh yeah, I still don't have my Grave of the Fireflies Blu-ray in. I'm getting worried. If any of you have not seen Grave of the Fireflies, lift your game. Go watch it. Well, you can't really go anywhere. You have to get it. So go get it and watch it. Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Oh, what are
Hurry
you
up.
talking about?
Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, oh,
There's an animated movie from, I don't remember if it was the late 80s or early 90s. It's one of the two. Sort of blur
yes.
back
He
then.
don't even know.
I don't know. I can't even check.
Grave
so I don't have it.
of the Fire.
Don't
Fine,
tell
I'm gonna
me
look at
you
this.
haven't seen it.
That's exactly what I'm not telling you.
Why do I even stay friends with you? I don't understand.
Because I am above you.
You, but
You
no.
strive. This movie looks depressing. I see a lot of children crying in this movie.
It's a brilliant film. 10 out of 10. Would watch again.
I see a picture of one guy that's got no skin.
Yeah.
He's all wrapped up in bandages and
The-
bleeding.
The story focuses around two kids after the atomic bomb in Japan.
Oh.
Yes, I guess if you don't want to feel really bad about yourself and suicide, don't watch it. But really do, because it's a brilliant film. Won awards, I think.
Now we just gotta wait for China to release a film about all the stuff Japan did to them. Now that will be a real suicider.
Yep. So that's the only one I haven't got in. Because I was grabbing a few older Blu-rays that I'd always wanted but never got around to. Like, I got Akira and Nausicaa. Because I grew up on those two and I love them to death. So I had to
So
grab
you
them.
wanted that in Blu-ray?
I have them in Blu-ray.
No, the Grave of the Butterflies. Or Fireflies.
Slap you.
You know, Grave of the the Flutterflies.
Fluttershies.
You wanted that on Blu-ray, is that what you're saying? And it hasn't come in yet?
Hmm.
Maybe they found out it's too depressing.
It was sent a month ago. I'm waiting for it. It should be here this week at the latest. If not,
Maybe it got hit with a bomb.
maybe. It's a Miyazaki film for those curious. He also did Nausicaa.
I will say the artwork looks familiar.
Yeah, he did other stuff. Howl's Moving Castle, Totoro.
Mm-hmm.
Totoro.
Yes,
That was
Totoro.
cool. Porco Rosso, which is awesome. About a pig who flies a biplane. He's awesome.
Go
Shut up.
Japan!
These are family movies for all ages. Watch them.
If you want to find out how Japan got nuked, family picture.
No. If only Gamera had saved them back then.
If only Godzilla just laser beamed it.
Gamera would smash Godzilla.
Absolutely not. The new Godzilla could smash him because it's fat.
I still haven't watched that. I need to.
I haven't either. It's not out yet.
I need to watch it because I watch all monster movies.
Hey, what was we playing?
What?
I said,
Oh.
what was we gonna play?
We're gonna play something. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes. So yes, if you want more podcasts of some random shit, of some random stuff, feel free. Whatever.